Hey guys, so this is sub competency number 5 for those people who are studying for the Ohio Assessment for Educators test, the English Language Arts number 20. So in sub competency number 5, your students will need to know how to connect words that they don't know with words and phrases and ideas that they do know. So there are 4 situations where students will encounter for the first time words that they don't know. Those situations are sight words, new concepts, or ideas and meanings. To help students make connections to words, the teacher can make a word wall. The teacher can post vocabulary words on the wall. They should be alphabetized, and the words should be words which are interesting or confusing, or the words are important because they come from books or they're concepts about a theme concepts from a theme because they're books, things that you are already studying. The students can choose the words on the students can choose the words or the teacher can choose them, but not all the words will be taught. For activities that students study and learn new words, the teacher or the student can make a word poster. They can do word clusters to help them become familiar with ideas and to also connect with them. They can act out the definitions of the words, or they can do a word sort where the student will categorize the words. The students and the teachers can also read books about words. So for the tea party, the students can practice using and um, practice using and learning the word in context. In word chain, the students use synonyms and other words that might fit the category. And lastly, for semantic feature analysis, the students can categorize words by their root words, by their meaning, or um, or they can categorize words in a whole lot of other different ways. For sub-competency number 6, you will need to be able to teach your students how to recognize the correct reading strategy to use for a certain type of text. So some reading strategies that students will need to use are activating prior knowledge or predicting, questioning, visualizing, monitoring, clarifying, and fix up, drawing inferences, and summarizing and retelling. So when activating prior knowledge, students can look at the title, the subtitle, and pictures. Also, they can read the first and or last sentence of each paragraph to predict what will happen in the story. They can also discuss what these things remind them of with the partner. They can discuss these things with the partner, or you guys can discuss it as a whole class activity. But you can also use a KWL chart, which stands for, the K stands for know, the W stands for want to know, and then the L also stands for what you learned. So for this part of the reading process, students will only fill out the area marked K for what do you already know about the subject. Questioning can be done before or during the reading. When the student is previewing the reading passage, they can come up with questions. So they can write the questions on a section of the KWL part for what do you want to know? And that'll be the W. So while the students are reading, they will answer those questions on the section marked L for what you've learned. Then the students can also write down any new or interesting information that they learned from the reading. And they'll do this also in the part section of the chart that is marked L. For visualization, students will read a paragraph or a section of a story. They'll stop and try to visualize what they're reading in their heads. They can also draw pictures of what they visualize when they read. And for monitoring, students will use a graphic organizer that'll help them focus on the information that they're reading. So when they clarify, they'll go back and think aloud about what they've read, and they will try to make sure that it makes sense to them. And so to fix up, the students will go back and reread to find the mistake that they made while reading to help them clarify the information. So maybe while they were reading, they ran across a word that they didn't realize that they didn't know the meaning of, and then they'll have to go back and find the definition of the word in order to clear up the meaning. So when students make inferences, they're thinking about what the author has not said. They have to read the story and then think about what else does the author want them to think about. The students can do this by writing down their opinion of certain events that happen in the story. So they'll read a paragraph and then write down maybe in the margins what this paragraph reminds them of, or what it makes them think of, or what they think of the character, or what they think the character wants to do. Whatever ideas that come in their head while they're reading are the inferences that they'd be making. Lastly, when a student retells a story, the students give as much detail about the story as they can. And this can happen orally. So the teacher can check students' comprehension of a story by having them retell a story. And if they can remember a lot of details in the right order, then it'll be easier for the teacher to assess their comprehension in that way. All right, that's all that I have for right now. Stay tuned, and next time I will talk about competency 7, which is recognize appropriate research-based reading comprehension strategies to use before, during, and after reading. So please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. If you've learned something, comment, let me know what you've learned. If I missed something, let me know what I missed. If I was wrong about something, please correct me, because I'm on this journey along with you. Thank you. Bye-bye.